Hey Capricorns, Amber here at Symbols for Living. Hope that you're very well. Welcome to your 2018 love reading. We've got a card here from January through to December that represent the energies that will be available to you, affecting your life, etc. for those months. Forgive me for being MIA, but life happens. But I am back. I thought I'd at least do you guys a yearly reading. Please check out my Etsy store where you can get birthday or star sign postcards, which are really great for like birthdays and stuff. There's like a little blurb on the back and all the correspondences, so they're pretty cool. You can buy a pack of 12 for the price of 10. You can also buy mugs. They're very pretty, or very cool I should say, with the details in the back, so yeah, they're pretty cool. There's chakra mugs as well, all available on my Etsy store. There's one for Pisces, which is the star sign coming up, and one currently for Aquarius. I do have a Capricorn one. I probably should have pulled that out, but I haven't. But this is what the design looks like anyway. They're actually really nice cups, and they make really nice gifts. I got a lot of good feedback over Christmas, so I think that you'll like it. So do check it out. You can see me on Instagram or on Etsy. Just look for Symbols for Living, usually all one word. If you use a space and you don't find me, try all one word. On any of the social media, you should find me. Okay, so let's get started. So the overall energy for this year is the Knight of Swords, or the overall lesson, and the overall energy is the Four of Swords. So a lot of strong swords energy. So I feel like you're being asked to really take your time when making decisions. Take your time this year when saying anything, choosing a path. Don't make any rash decisions, because the energy of the year, or the lesson of the year, is about not moving too hastily, not saying mean things, tap into your feelings and how you actually feel about a situation before acting. So you may need to do a lot of meditation that will really ground you. The Knight of Swords also isn't a very grounded character, and is very flippant, says mean things sometimes, acts and then now and then thinks later, and can be someone who is very much a person of principle. So even if it doesn't make sense in a particular situation to do something, the Knight of Swords, especially reversed, may do it because policies and procedures or something say that it's okay, so we're going to do that. But really discretion may be needed, or you may need to think a bit out of the box. The Knight of Swords doesn't want to take the time to think out of the box. They're a bit binary. So with it being reversed, there may be a lot of waste made because of haste. And then we've got these two cards underneath. So yeah, be careful of the arguments that you have. Again, there's further advice here to not be defensive. Don't feel like everyone is against you. You may feel like people are against you and you have to defend yourself, and so therefore you might it's like when you dump someone before they dump you because you think they're going to dump you, but then you may find out that maybe, or maybe not really find out, but after time you might think, actually, if I'd maybe had a conversation with this person, we could have maybe worked things out, or at least ended on a really positive note where we're both in agreement, or just have had a positive outcome, rather than me cutting you off first before you cut me off. It's that kind of thing. So don't act hastily because of not thinking outside the box and just being closed-minded and being narrow-minded and kind of tunnel vision. Like, don't do that. This could also be someone that's in your life that's a very challenging person, possibly like a male, an air sign, Gemini, Libra or Aquarius, in your life that may be causing you a lot of challenges this year. Maybe quite argumentative, and is kind of making you feel defensive maybe, or is very defensive themselves. You again are being advised not to be defensive and to really master your thoughts and take some time out to be alone, to meditate, to gather your own thoughts before acting. That's what the Four of Swords is all about. It's also about self-healing, keeping yourself balanced as well. This person is kind of throwing you off balance, all these energies are throwing you off balance. If you do take the time to meditate and not do anything and think about things before acting, I think you'll have a really positive outcome in all of your endeavours, especially relationships. So we've got the Queen of Swords clarifying this as well, reversed. So this could be someone putting down their weapons, you know, the Queen of Swords reversed, maybe a more kind of gentler energy than the Queen of Swords upright. There's also a releasing of mental burdens as well, and anguish and other people's opinions. So yeah, I think there's a lot less defensiveness and a lot less will as well. A lot of will that you have this year, or possibly just simply because you are a Capricorn, you could easily be the King of Wands, most definitely. Although you're maybe a little bit more money orientated or goal orientated, the King of Rods is also someone who's very goal orientated though, and has a lot of will and inspiration and you know, energy, and you know, it's got that tenacious spirit that's very similar to Capricorn, although Capricorn is more cool about it. Still, it shows us here that you are not being so willful this year, and you may be very well advised to not be so willful, not be defensive, and yeah, open up here. Open up, and I think that's what you will actually be doing. That will be the result and the lesson learned. Or at least opportunities will, I think, will arise this year for you to kind of learn lessons around letting go of defensiveness and being closed off to new ideas. Sorry, my light just went, guys. I think it's still recording. Yeah, sorry about that. My battery must be low. But hopefully you can still see, or you got a good view of things before. Okay, so you're coming into year again with your defenses are already down. The Seven of Wands here reversed. You are already kind of starting the year like not being defensive, not really fighting for something. If you have been fighting for a relationship, you're not fighting anymore. You're not defending anything. You may be just seeing how things go with the flow. It could be that you could have been holding off a relationship. Someone could have been pursuing you quite a lot, and you could have been holding them back and like keeping them at arm's length, and now you could be letting them in. We do have the Six of Swords here in February, which is really right around the corner, as we are in the late part of January. This could be an air sign coming back into your life at this time. Sorry, just close my windows. So yeah, there'll be an air sign possibly coming back into your life in February. Someone who you may have thought you resolved issues with, someone who you thought was at quite a distance before is on their way back. And it could be that, you know, in January you do have these kind of talks, or do get some sort of indication that, or do maybe change your feelings around this person. You kind of maybe feel like you want to open up. But definitely your guard is down in some ways. Like either you don't care anymore, or you can't be bothered to kind of defend it anymore. You may feel like you've got nothing to defend. But for me, I feel this is it's also about making a decision. So you may have made a decision about something now. And are ready now to maybe let things go. Your decision may be to actually give up. You may not think it's worth fighting for anymore. So with the Six of Swords coming in February, yeah, someone should be coming back to you, or there'll be like a turnaround in events. You may find yourself still kind of rehashing and trying to solve or kind of get your mind into balance. There could be some situation in your relationship that you can't seem to resolve if you are in a relationship, or you can't seem to, there's no meeting of minds, like you don't understand each other, you may be on complete different pages, it's just not reciprocal. Communication could be greatly hindered at that time as well. But ultimately, it's like there's a difficulty in finding solutions to problems. So you might, maybe the communication, and that's why these cards are here, I think, and like these swords are here. It's telling you right from the get-go, and they were even ending on a sword as well, that this is about you finding mental balance again, not acting in haste, not being defensive. That may really help bring balance into your communication with your partner, or in love generally, or in your relationships. Solutions are possible, but you need to, again, there's the Six of Swords talks about getting out, getting away. The Eight of Swords again talks about stepping out, trying to make anything out of the box, and that will be the advice for the or the remedy for the Knight of Swords. So I feel like you are being asked to really look at different solutions. Really try. You have to think out of the box. You might have to take yourself away or out of a situation to really gain clarity and to improve communication between you and your partner. I think a break may be necessary of some sort. Yeah, I was going to say it could possibly involve some sort of mediator, possibly, or someone else maybe in the family or in your circle, close circle, could possibly give some sort of guidance or give some direction towards a solution. Or this could just be someone, an air sign, coming back into your life, as I said. We do have a strong air sign here throughout for the year. So then we've got the Five of Wands, which is reversed here in March. So again, there'll be letting go of defences. I think you'll be maturing this year. This energy seems to be following you through the year, especially in March, where you may just not want to argue anymore. You don't want to argue. You may find that the solution is, you know, come March, is that actually, you know, it's just not about arguing. It's about kind of getting our egos out of the way, you know, especially with the King of Rods reversed here, like getting the egos out of the way, and learning that actually you're both possibly fighting for the same thing, not fighting against each other, but you're fighting for the same thing, which to make the relationship work. So you may be refocusing your energy in more of a positive way to maybe a more long-lasting relationship, or a more stable relationship, a more respectful relationship, there'll be a lot more patience, people willing to listen before speaking. So definitely a maturing in communication as well in March. This could also mean where, you know, if you have any issues with the fire sign, especially from 2017 moving into this year, if you do have problems trying to resolve things, even though you may kind of let down your defenses and they may come back, you still may not be able to resolve things, but come March, there really will be kind of complete kind of letting go of the argument, and possibly finding something to fight for together as well. That's a possibility with the Five of Wands. And also the Three of Coins is here, but then again there's no working together here. Sorry, Three of Cups, sorry, Three of Coins, yeah. So yeah, you may not work with them, but if it's like just a associate or friend or something, but if it is a relationship, I feel that you will, I don't think this will be a breakup at all, and I think that you'll find something to work. You'll make it work together. You'll start fighting for each other rather than against each other. That's the kind of energy that's offered to you in March anyway, with a fire sign. Okay, so then in April we've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So again, this tells me about fate, or the wheel of fate turning. This again could be someone coming back, or there could be a lot of ups and downs in your relationship, and it could be kind of taking a downswing, or maybe there's just been so much upheavals that it's hard to enjoy the relationship at the moment, and you're trying to find all the positives. But with the wheel of fortune, we're always reminded to kind of take the rough with the smooth, and that when you're low, you learn your lessons. When you're high, obviously you enjoy the moment. You have to live in the moment, and at the same time put some of that happiness aside, or create something for your future out of that happy moment. And whilst you're in the sad moment, prepare for your greatness, and use the energy. So it's a very opportunistic energy, which is perfect really for the Wheel of Fortune. It's all about kind of opportunities and the essence of Jupiter. So if there is a downswing in the relationship, I would imagine that you guys probably have had quite a tiresome year, it looks like. And if you are still quarrelling, if this is not someone coming back and really this is just you still quarrelling, it does die down, and I think they will come back in April instead. But again, I think things are a little bit shaky, and there's lots of ups and downs, and again, you have to keep your head about things. With all these ups and downs, they're going to stir emotions, they're going to cause insecurities and other issues to possibly develop when there are so many ups and downs in a relationship. So you are reminded to kind of keep yourself grounded and not make any knee-jerk decisions or say something you might regret. In May, we've got the Queen of Pentacles reversed. So again, this could be taking a toll possibly on your own sense of being grounded. Yeah, so you may find it start to become challenging for you, the situation in May, to the point where you yourself may just not feel very grounded and not feel like you really know where you're going or what the future looks like, and you may feel like you can't really relax or start to plan for the future. You may also feel there's not any financial security in this relationship. You may be concerned about your own job or your own finances. You could feel like your partner is not pulling their weight in the relationship financially. We do have the Three of Coins following that straight after. So there could be an issue of fairness in terms of the amount of effort put into the relationship. You may just feel there's not enough. You may feel unappreciated. It could start to affect your self-esteem, possibly, and your sense of self-worth could be affected. But ultimately, it's about stability and having goals and a future that seems to be unstable here. The Queen of Pentacles also strongly corresponds with Capricorn, so this could definitely be you and how you feel, possibly about your finances. You might not feel like you're in a position to really make a commitment at this time as well, so it could go both ways. So many ways it could go. Come June, we have the Three of Coins reversed. So again, you don't feel like people are pulling their weight. You don't feel there's any foundation. There's no security. You don't feel there's something you can build on. I think you recognise that there is potential here. You recognise that there's potential, but there's just maybe so many ups and downs and arguments that you're just really not feeling secure about it. And you may feel like you want clarity about the situation. You may want to find out more about what this person really wants in the relationship, what they are bringing to the table, how you two can really work together, how compatible are you really. So you may start to investigate that more in July, and I think you will learn a great deal. July, it could be the summer solstice around that time, around the 21st, 22nd, 23rd of June? No. Yeah, I think it's June. Yeah, it's June. It's definitely June. Is it June? Check out the summer solstice. I'm quite sure it's June. Yeah. So Yeah, it's definitely June. So maybe around that period of time, around the summer solstice, you may, you could gain some clarity around the situation. And this leads to a new beginning. So you could decide to kind of go, it doesn't seem to be any breakup cards. I don't know if you guys even kind of really got back together. You know, there could have been a lot of talks and this person could have come back, but you may decide not to actually make a commitment to this person because they're just not really offering you any sort of certainty, or you yourself just don't feel certain about them. You may not feel financially in a position, or you may be working on your own things and don't really have, maybe you don't feel like you can give to this person what maybe they want. But I feel like it's just a bit too turbulent for you, because you seem to be seeking this. This is the energy that's going to be with you all year. So I just feel like you're just not really going to be putting your energy into anything that you, once you've given it thought, doesn't seem to kind of look good on paper, or even it doesn't make sense, you're not going to do it, kind of thing. But just remember to take the time to take the time to think about it, and don't be flippant. The Sun card here is a major arcana, so that's quite a strong energy. So I do feel that this person, you do feel very close to this person. You also got the Lovers card underneath. This person probably is a soulmate. They have come into your life to teach you a lesson, to show you something about yourself that maybe you wouldn't have seen if you were single or on your own or with somebody else. And this person, you know, does make you really happy, but it looks like there may be some sort of disappointment around secrets or deception, possibly a third party that's involved. Maybe this third party is at work. There could be an issue here where someone's dating their manager. Yeah, but I do feel like you really like this person, but it may be that you end up just being friends. It could be that way, that you end up kind of just being friends, and you decide to kind of go it alone in August. You kind of have a brand new beginning, you start on yourself, you have a brand new fresh start, you're letting go of things. But nonetheless, this person is still quite important to you. But it looks like you do decide to start over again on your own in August. This could also be that you guys do find some sort of solution and start again, have a brand new fresh start together. That's possible, especially with the Lovers card being so nearby. But I feel that this Lovers card has got something to do with some third party situation. And it's here at the end of the year where there's some like sneaking around going on and some deception possibly. There's definitely a lack of trust and possibly a lack of clarity. So there may be some sort of distrust here with regards to a third party that could be related to work towards the end of the year, or that's what could be happening with your partner or involving your partner. But it looks like here either you decide to continue the relationship because the sex is good or you know, you may just be thinking, okay, like, I'm just going to keep this really light, no commitment, just move forward, and it's just okay, maybe that kind of relationship, a friends with benefits kind of situation could occur, or you could just decide to go at it alone, do your own thing. Which, if you did do that, looks like there's quite a energetic kind of energy-filled start here, which will probably be very creative and very passion-filled and very inspired. You know, you will really feel like you've got a good vibe about you, good energy. You feel very much like you're rearing to go. So you go forward with quite a lot of confidence. and hope for the future. So you really are offered a brand new start in August if you decide to take it alone or with this person. It's like a brand new thing. But I do feel like there may be some, yeah, definitely, if the relationship continues, there might be some suspicion about a third party, and there could be some lies possibly. But you know, this card often talks about lies and suspicion more so. So again, you know, any decisions that you make, just remember to check in with yourself, ask yourself, are they suspicions that I have? You know, and if they are suspicions, what are they based in? You know, have I felt this way before? Is this a pattern maybe within me to be susceptible to this kind of suspicion? Or is it really what I'm seeing is true and is really, you know, can't be ignored? So I think you do need to take some time out before making any decisions. You start on a 7 and you end on a 7. So yeah, this is about decisions this year. Yeah, there'll still be some suspicion lingering though, and uncertainty. You know, I think you'll still be lingering around you kind of thing, but you'll still move forward anyway. So kind of September, I don't think you want to be alone anymore. You may be doing well financially, but you don't want to be alone. You know, you're tired of being alone. Yeah, you're doing really well, but you know, you want that 10th coin. Yeah, I feel that you just had enough of it kind of thing. You want to be part of something. You know, you want to work with somebody. You may want a family. You know, you may want a guy, you know. And it looks like there is possibly someone new coming into the picture in October. I feel like this Emperor could possibly be a new person that comes into the picture. It could be a Capricorn like you, Aries. I think it even represents Sagittarius. Any of the fire signs, really, the Emperor card. The Emperor card is just a very wise, mature, balanced individual who is very masculine and has got strong leadership qualities. Is very mature and doesn't really, you know, he's not going to waste any time on childish things. He sees a distinct difference between childishness and adult behaviour. You know, he may play about and have fun, but he's a man's man. He's a very mature person. So this person may be coming into your life. They may be this third person that comes into your life. And they're definitely looking your way. They may be the man that you've been looking for. Like, if you have been looking for the ideal man, the Emperor would be probably classified or classed as the ideal man. And he'll be very established and financially stable. And this may make you feel very secure. And this person may feel like a soulmate to you. You know, and we've got the Lovers card up right here. But then we do see this 3 of coins in the mix here as well, a little bit, accompanied by the 7 of swords. So this just tells me that there is still some things that may be hidden. And decisions that need to be made. Don't act in any rash way. You may decide to sneak away from this person. You may decide to sneak away from whoever it is that's been in your life in the first part of the year. You know, and this person that you see initially could be more sexual. And then towards the end of the year, you know, you are that single person, but you don't want to be, and then someone does come into your life that does offer you security. it could even be this person matures and becomes more of a viable long-term partner and does offer you that security that you've been looking for. And then a decision is needed to be made here. So this is where the Four of Swords work that you've been doing throughout the year is really going to pay off. So this will be like meditation, taking your time to ask yourself why, you know, trying to get to the bottom of your why. Questions like, well, why do I feel this way, and why do I like this person, and why do I, you know, and really getting to the bottom of why you feel how you feel. You'll be a lot more, I guess it's critical thinking, you know. You'll be better placed then to see this for what it is, and hopefully make a decision around a partner. I feel like this person is actually a soulmate, and I just feel like you have a very intense relationship with them towards the end of the year. There is some sort of sneakiness there going on. Something's not being brought to light. And I think as well, like, you'll be so caught up, I think, in your emotions, or possibly with this person, it might be very hot and steamy, that you almost kind of turn a blind eye to things, or, you know, you don't see what's happening around you. So don't put the blindfolds over your own eyes. Like, don't do that at all. Remember to stay true to what you know, and feel within yourself. Don't listen to the gossip of others, other people's opinions, anything like that. What you read on the internet, what you see on the YouTube channels or whatever. This decision has got to come from you. You have to be in touch with how you feel this year, and what you think. This could also be you coming into your own. You could find yourself doing very well financially, or in business, or at work in October. You could even find a job that you really love, and then you could be leaving a job towards the end of the year, if you catch my drift. So as things get better, you may move from one place to another. I'm going to pull some cards from the Amira Love Oracle. Yeah, don't be defensive or too willful this year. Okay, so money is a major focus this year. Family is a challenge. Past love is what holds you and this person together. You're learning about work this year. I mean, in what year are you not learning about work, Capricorn? Karma, your partner may see you as, or you may see your partner as quite karmic, and they see you as the Ice Kings. They may see you being very defensive and just focused on work, and then we've got the Dating Queen as the overall energy for the year. So yeah, you need to learn to, I guess, enjoy yourself and accept gifts. You may just find yourself being admired quite a lot this year. A lot of people will be maybe trying to date you. You may be the center of attention in some way as well. Okay, so money is the main focus for you this year. More spirits ask you to focus on money, and look at money, maybe looking at how you value money. Maybe you recognize that money is important in relationships. I think a Capricorn would feel that way, because Capricorn will be thinking long term, so therefore it's long term. You think about how we're going to pay for everything long term when it comes up, you know, kids and houses, cars, holidays, food, shelter, everything. So yeah, I think you are maybe recognizing that money is important in relationships, or can be a very important factor anyway in relationships. Even though not in love, you can love someone, you know, till the cows come home with no money, that's not a problem. But to actually manage a family, and build a life, you do need to have a certain amount of financial security. And it looks like you are learning about that this year. The Spirit is asking you to really look at your thoughts around that as well this year, especially pertaining to relationships. So the challenge is family. So there could be a lot of people around you who have got their own opinion about what you should and shouldn't be doing, or have an idea for your destiny. This could also be a challenge where you may be wanting to start a family with your partner, and maybe they don't, or maybe it's, you know, you may be thinking, I'm not ready, I don't feel stable enough. Like, this could be the Three of Coins here. Like, you may just feel like, I'm not stable enough right now to have a family, I want to make more money. And it looks like you do actually find that security towards the end of the year. And if there is a breakup because of that, or an issue in the relationship because of that, like, things do get better. But maybe this causes infidelity in your relationship as well. There's so many ways this could be read. But ultimately, family seems to be a challenge, so you need to try to keep that balanced, I guess. Yeah, you may need to, because you could be doing a lot of knee-jerk reactions, just like doing what you've always done, knowing that always in the past, like you've always been told maybe by your dad or by your uncle or by friends, family, brothers, you know, you gotta, if you're a guy, like, I've got to make sure I've got a certain amount of money for my family, and there's no rule, there's no getting away from that, you know. But you're being asked to kind of think outside the box and to stop doing things because maybe it's expected, or because family expects you, or because you've always done it, or you believe that it's right, or because it's the general consensus, this is the way to do things, like, or it's what you've always believed. It's like you have to kind of sit back and see whether or not the thoughts and opinions that you have really sit with your actual needs as an individual within a relationship. So you may need to really think about that and take lots of time out this year. Probably you might have to do a 10-minute meditation every morning or something, just to get in touch with your feelings. And I'm a Capricorn moon, so I know the difficulties that a Capricorn may have when trying to connect to their emotions. So yeah, I think you're being asked to do that with the Four of Swords there, to heal. Take some time out. It might just be, maybe it's not a 10-minute meditation, maybe it's you taking a holiday, you know, taking some time out, giving yourself a break sometimes, you know. But definitely give yourself a break. Don't be so defensive. Don't, you know, think outside the box. You seem to be kind of sold on an idea and you don't really want to budge from it, I'm kind of getting. But this year you'll be learning to kind of let things go a little bit, most definitely, and go with the flow a bit more. Past love is what keeps you together. So maybe it's memories of what you guys had keeps you together if you are on, like, going through a difficult patch. It could be that a past love keeps returning. We did get 2 returning cards here at the beginning of the year. So it could be someone that comes and goes throughout the year. Because past love seems to be the main issue, or the thing that binds you together this year. What you have in common is past love. So maybe what you have in common is memories of how things used to be, and that's what almost keeps the love alive at the moment, or gives you vision for the future. Or it could be that, like I said, there's just someone from the past who's coming back this year, who keeps coming back from the past. Okay, we'll come back to that maybe. Okay, so you're learning about work this year. So you're learning about I think balancing your work-life balance, and maybe choosing jobs that you really like and that you really love, especially towards the end of the year, rather than jobs that just pay the bills. And also find that balance between work and play. As Capricorns probably have to learn all year, every year anyway, you know. Your partner's learning about destiny, your partner's learning about how to have faith, how to be patient, how to kind of go with the flow, and to accept when destiny is kind of playing out, and to kind of respect that and go with the flow. You see this as karmic, so I think you recognise there is a major lesson being learnt here and you are working through it. And I think you do see this person as a soulmate. It's like you might even feel like it's a bit uncanny, like how certain things happen, and you know, you really do feel like this person is brought into your life to make you think about certain things, or this particular situation has been brought into your life with regards to your relationship, that has made you now think about really important things to do with your work-life balance and what you really love in your life. So you may feel like a new door is opening. You may feel that this new person that comes in, if there are a new person that comes in towards the end of the year, that they are very karmic and possibly has some sort of, I feel like you have some sort of past with this person. So I don't think it's a new person. I'm going to rule that out right now. I don't think it's a new person. I think this is some sort of continuation of a relationship. This person may mature, I think, in the last part of the year, because what keeps you together is a past love. If this is someone new, it's like you knew them a little while ago. Like you may have known them a few years ago or something. Yeah. And they could be related, not when I say related, they could know your family quite well as well, and that could also be an issue. But you do feel like it's meant to be. But this person sees you as a workaholic. They see you as the Ice King. They see you as being out of your emotions. They see you as the Knight of Swords, possibly reversed, you know. They don't feel like you're in your emotions. They just feel like you're just really kind of like maybe a bit of a square sometimes. Or I'm just imagining a cube, because the cube also represents Saturn, which is corresponds with Capricorn. So it's like something that's rigid and hard, although very secure. A cube is very secure, but it's like there's no softness to it. There's no warmth. So just don't forget to check in with yourself. It looks like it may be a very fast-paced year or something, and you just have to take some time out to slow down and remember this dating queen, whether it be you having to take some time out for yourself to have some fun and to be appreciated, because when you get with other people you realise just how great you are sometimes when they show appreciation for you and your certain character traits. So that would also be a massive boost to your confidence. And there is a slight issue with confidence being lost here, and instability in April, May and June. So it could really benefit you to kind of get out there and to date, or you know, allow your partner to take you out. Or if you're a guy watching, like, definitely don't forget your lady and make her feel like one, you know. Otherwise you'll have an unhappy wife. That's what they say, unhappy wife, unhappy life, or something like that. But yeah, it might make things a bit smoother. So I'm going to pull some cards here now for Capricorn Love 2018. Keep doing that. Building blocks. Chop wood talks about patience. Come to the edge talks about taking risks, thinking outside the box. So yeah, you are focused on building blocks. Like, you're focused on building a security for your family, and that's what you're learning about this year. But you may find that building blocks is not just about work, and that is also about building blocks within yourself to make sure you're fully whole and ready for your relationships and ready for life in general. And also, yeah, building the relationship as well. chopping wood would mean that it may require patience. It may also be saying that making money is almost just as good as chopping wood. Like it's just something to get you from A to Z, you know, or A to Z. It's not really. It's just something that you have to do. You may feel like work is like that, and that might be why you may want a change of work. I think maybe at some point this year, you may want a change of work because you may feel like it's boring, but you're maybe too scared to try something new. But you have to understand that destiny is at play. You have to have a bit of faith. It is time for a nap. You might need an easier job, or you might need to spend more time enjoying yourself or enjoying yourself with your partner. And that just seems such a cliche thing to say right to a Capricorn, but hey, that's what it says. I don't know, I'm shuffling again. Capricorn. 2018. Okay, then we've got milk and honey. Mending. Yeah, so you need to do some healing. No place like home. Some of your home comforts. You need to get comfortable, poised. Had this as well for Gemini. So it is about being poised. It's about, and the Four of Swords is really about being poised and kind of taking your time. No knee-jerk reactions, thinking, being patient, responding accordingly. All very poised and quite controlled and very grounded. You know, that kind of energy is what, again, is the card is suggesting that you do. But she's having fun while doing it. You know, so it's not like you have to not be having fun while you're doing it. You can maybe find your centered space doing something that you like. You might like dancing or I don't know, performing, but it will give you a sense of freedom as well. So yeah, it's time for a nap. It is time, I think, maybe to try and choose a career that maybe gives you a bit more time with your family and gives you time to actually build on your relationships. But it's definitely time for a break. It's time for a nap. The Four of Swords there. Mending is required. Maybe it's to do with your relationship. If you want your relationship to move to the next level, then you will need to kind of maybe adjust things when it comes to work and how you go about creating security for your family or your partner or yourself. Milk and honey is promised here. This person is very, very alluring and attractive and makes you feel like you're at home. You feel like you met your soulmate. You're so comfortable around this person. You may eat good food with them. They may cook really well. They just make you feel like there's no place like home, and I think that's how this person wants you to feel. They want you to feel that way, and they want you to possibly change a little bit to enjoy what they do have to offer a bit more. You will have to kind of let down all these defenses, take away all your will and go with the flow, because your partner is learning about going with the flow and destiny. So you may have to also go with the flow as well and have a bit of faith. And Spirit is asking you to look at money, so you may be maybe a little bit too attached to money or basing too much of your security in money, which we all do. I'm a Capricorn moon. I probably I'll say no more. So it is asking you maybe to look at how you see money and recognize that really it's just you could find that work is too boring with a chopwood card here, or you could just find that you need to realize that really it's just a means to an end. Money is a means to an end. It's not anything more than that. Really, the real juice and beauty in life is your relationships, your loved ones, etc. That's what we work for. So just remember, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. You know, work, wherever, and no matter how good something feels, there's no place like home, and not to forget that. Okay, so I hope that you really enjoyed the reading. Sorry the lights cut out right at the beginning. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. Please do check out my Etsy store to buy these lovely products that I've made especially for people just like us who are into the occult and spirituality, astrology, etc. You know, that's what I make these things for you guys. So please do check it out. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram as well. But Etsy is where my shop is. Just type in Symbols for Living, all one word, you'll find me there. Or email me for a reading at symbolsforliving@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to do a reading for you. Okay, so take good care. Bye.